Okay, here we go. Our speaker, hang on to your seat, get your pen and paper, and get excited about this. Her, oh my God, her accolades are out of control. Michele Semper, future executive. I thought you were an executive. To me, you're an executive, Michele. So I'm just going to say executive. I'm just going to say it. Began her business in March of 1994, became a director in October of 95. Star consultant every quarter for 112 quarters. Every
117 now. I have to update that.
117.
I have to update it. Sorry.
No, it's okay. She's earned 25 gold medals. That means she's added 5 people into her unit personally a month, 25 times. Let me say it again. She's added 5 personal people onto her team in a month, 25 times. 25 months. That's why she's teaching. She's earned a total of 14 cars, 11 of them being 11 pink Cadillacs out of her 14 cars. Queen's Court of Sales 15 times. That means she has sold over $40,000. I know there's other, over the years it's a little less, but still $40,000 in retail sales, 15 years. Shut up. Court of Sharing 7 times. 7. That means she's added 24 personal qualified people onto her team in a year for 7 years. Shut up. Double Court 2 times, Triple Court 5 times, Circle of Achievement 24 times, Circle of Excellence, which means she has earned 3 top trips with the company to Maui, Mediterranean cruise that I was on that cruise, but I didn't know her then. So it's a weird trip because I'm like, they're like, I have friends that are like, I was on that cruise. I'm like, I didn't meet you then. So crazy. Get excited. And also an Alaskan cruise. Oh my God. Her highest commission check in 1 month was $17,000. Shut the door. Personal high points. Being invited to Dallas to teach new directors. That's a big deal, Michele. I hope they ask me one time. They probably won't, but
well, they do it virtually now. So, well, you could still, but the experience of being down in Dallas, they give you the corporate card. They don't want you to spare any expenses when you go out to dinner after you're done for the day. It was so fun. They put us up in the presidential suite like it was one person walking around all these rooms.
Oh, Michele, I'm so jealous. Okay. And then other highlight of her business was being able to be at home with her kids who are now 29 and 31, right?
30 and 32. I have to
update 30, 32. The trips, and then also being with her husband almost 24/7 when he was sick and still earn a 6-figure income to support the family. And the coolest prize was being on the Jumbotron. Yes, well, we got that. We got to be in the Jumbotron in New York City. That was so amazing. Wasn't that so fun? So guys, let me present to you my friend, the amazing Michele Semper. Give a round of applause, you guys. I'm going to highlight you, girl. Hold on, let me highlight you. Hold on. Highlight. Spotlight. Okay, here we go. You're on, girl.
I love Audrey, and our personalities are really so different. Like, I can't do the get excited and pull it off, and tell people what to do. But we are kindred spirits and kindred hearts. And she's been there for me when I went through a tough time, and she didn't care what I was doing on the scoreboard at the time. So I appreciate and love you, Audrey. And, I want to say, with all those accolades and prizes and things, that loses it. It doesn't keep its same importance after a while. It becomes more about the service that you did, the impact that you've had along the way. Judy Kowicki, who's now retired, I loved her. She was such an awesome person. She was like a little Mary Kay. And she would describe like the pink Cadillac, which I love driving, just as when people would say, how much did you sell to get that? She would say, our pink Cadillac is a reflection of how many women I have helped build their businesses so that they can add financial freedom to their family. And when you look at the prizes as just an outgrowth of really the true service that you're doing, and not for the prize itself, because the prize, there are some prizes that, Mary Kay puts out there that you really want, but if you keep your focus on the bigger purpose, this business comes more naturally. And I'm going to give you an example at the end. I'm going to hopefully can hear it. Mary Kay used to actually send team leaders a letter that she signed, and it was all about acknowledging the person for the 5 women that she helped in her journey of success. So one of the things about team building, yes, we always want techniques, but if we don't get to the bigger purpose and any mindsets that are holding us back, we're always going to be slightly frustrated, and we're not going to have the same joy from it. And, being in Mary Kay now in 29 and a half-ish years, everyone has ups and downs. There are times when I forget the bigger purpose and the bigger vision. So, it's normal because life happens to us. And then we just, like stop going to the gym. We stop going to the mental gym, and everything goes south in our thinking, right? So first, I want to talk about purpose. Why team build? I mean, why not just build a retail business? Like, after all, we can make a 50% profit. That's the highest of all the home-based businesses, and not even home-based businesses. Like, for example, my brother has always been in food services, and he's owned a restaurant, and for the past several decades, built a catering business, and his profit is 15%. And we make 50%. So, we can do a lot with a retail business. Their cost of doing business is much higher than ours. That's why. So why team build? Well, for me, and I'm reading because I went to seminar, came home from seminar, went to a wedding that was like where I had to sleep over there, came back, doing my meeting in between, and the words were flowing. Like I said, all right, God, just the words from you, through me, to my pen. But I forgot to ask for him to help me memorize it. So I'm going to be reading a lot. So the opportunity, so anyway, for me, it gave me the satisfaction of helping other women have the opportunity to call their own shots and to have more choices that come with financial freedom, like from a business, a cash business like what we have. And for me, it helped me build my leadership skills. And that alone improves every area of your life. And building a team multiplies you. Now, these are some of the purposes for building a team. Your leadership and your team building multiply you. So when you work, when you can't work due to an injury or an illness, those two things, that has happened for an extended length of time, twice in my 30 years, almost 30 years. You have additional avenues of income coming in, because out of the 50% profit that Mary Kay makes when we buy a product at wholesale, they take portions of their profit to offer us additional avenues of income over and above our 50% profit from our retail sales. And so multiplying you helps to one avenue of income shuts down, you still have others, like a coffee shop. You can have a fabulous coffee shop. There's this one in LBI near where I live. I love it. Now, you know what? The guy got smart. He's started a franchise because when there is a hurricane in LBI and that shuts down, he has no income coming in. But with other coffee shops, he has income coming in. So building a team multiplies you. And you have additional avenues of income coming in addition to your sales. So let me just turn the page here. Building a team is a win-win situation or solution. It gives you the advantages of the additional streams of income. You can earn cars because when you earn a car, that is an expensive bill that is not in your budget anymore. You can gain priceless skills. It gives the same opportunities to each of your team members. So it's not just for you, that every opportunity that is available to us is available to our team member. So everybody on my team, on Audrey's team, on everybody's team has the same opportunity to work and get the free car or the free Cadillac or whatever it is they want. Whether or not you take advantage of all the opportunities Mary Kay has doesn't mean they can't. So don't go by where you are at this point in your business, because somebody else, you're not going to limit their success. And sometimes we're afraid of that. For example, I have somebody on my team who bypassed me and became a national sales director. I didn't become a national sales director, but it still gave every opportunity that Mary Kay offers to the person that was on my team. So the true rewards of leadership actually come from leadership itself. You know, the legacy you can leave from a life changed. And, that might sound dramatic and like you can't have an impact on people, but, I want you to think of a couple of things. Can you think of a national sales director or maybe a sales director that had some kind of life-changing impact on you, like in the way you think of something, or it helped so much? They don't even know they had an impact on you because you don't know them. Well, you have impact on people you'll never hear about when you build a team, even if they don't stay in the business. They've gained something. Nothing bad comes out of this. They've learned new ways of thinking. They have gained insight, communication skills, a sisterhood, and so on. So the true rewards of leadership come from leadership itself, not even the jacket. So again, not in the prize, but what the prize represents. And the prize can help us work towards something. But when you're working toward a prize that you love, always remember the service you're providing. And this is going to lead into mindsets that can hold us back. So with team building, mindset is more important than technique. You have to believe that team building is a noble pursuit and that it contributes to the highest good of another person. You have to believe that Mary Kay is the most valuable opportunity, incredible opportunity for women, that this business provides choices and experiences that most don't have. And they're otherwise, like I was a school teacher. I wasn't gonna ever get a round of applause and cross the stage, and they weren't giving me a diamond ring and having the sisterhood. I mean, the lunchroom was so negative. It was like I couldn't eat there. And I knew when I left the room, they were talking about me, just like they talked about everybody else. And there was this like tiny little clip. Anyway, Mary Kay is a magnet for women who want more. You don't need to cajole women. So these are some of the mindsets you might have that you think, oh, women don't really want more, or you have to cajole women to join your team, and so on. So we're going to analyze, like not analyze, but kind of acknowledge, that's the better word, some of those limiting thoughts we may not even be aware are twirling around in our mind. That doesn't mean, so we don't have to cajole we don't have to cajole women to choose Mary Kay, because Mary Kay offers so many tangible and intangible things that women want or need to improve the quality of their life. Thank you, Bethany. Um, and the ones, that doesn't mean all women are going to choose Mary Kay. So you can't think that because a woman didn't choose Mary Kay, that it was you. It was your lack of magnetism or technique or whatever. It could be that God didn't have her intended for Mary Kay. He has another answer for her. It could be that she isn't quite at that place where she can step through her fear yet to do something that would change her life. And it's a choice she's making. But you need to know that you are offering women who want, and they will grab it, not always grab it, but they will, because they're not educated yet, but they're the ones who want more sisterhood, positive culture, income, personal development, a new vehicle, car, for example. Can you imagine Mary Kay conducting a skincare party and then at the end saying, join Mary Kay so you can get a 50% discount? She wasn't focused on that. Yes, we might offer that to help people minimize in their head the risk they're taking by joining Mary Kay and giving this business a try. But her vision and her purpose was so much bigger than a 50% discount. And she focused on the potential of the women. So her vision, she focused on the potential of the business to impact women and that woman's family. She also believed, because of her personal experiences when she was abandoned by her first husband with, and she had to take care of 3 young children with no post-high school education. She had a strong belief that all women needed to have financial independence in case they needed it. But when Mary Kay wanted to reward herself after the company's success had boomed, she wanted to reward herself with a new car. And so her first choice, she went to the Buick dealership, and the car salesman says to her, come back with your husband. So Mary Kay crossed the street and went to the Cadillac dealership. And so that was her thought on women having financial independence. Financial freedom gives people choices. So what are some of the mindsets that we might have that block us from team building? Do we think that the only reason women will say yes to Mary Kay is to get the 50% discount? And I want to emphasize, as an aside, it doesn't mean we shouldn't say it. I mean, I say it, I'll say it, but it's not the prime focus of the opportunity. I talk about the 50% profit, and this and this and this. And yes, financial freedom gives us choices. It's so important. It helps you choose where you can live or where your kid can go to school, the medical help that you can get. But the 50% profit or discount is a means of helping person minimize the risk in her head. I know I said that, but that is the reason why you use it, not as the main lure of bringing her in. Because if it's the primary focal point without painting the picture of the multitude of other tangible and intangible benefits and rewards, it will stunt her vision. She won't see Mary Kay as a vehicle to improve her life. She will keep, it very small. Like, she'll have PP vision instead of big vision. Now back to our mindset and our belief system. Ask yourself these questions, some of these questions. Do I believe that the only reason why she'll join is if I tantalize her with the half price? Do I believe in women's potential, or do I think it will be too hard for her? Do I think that I have to move to my other notebook? Hold on. Do you believe in a woman's potential? Women are interested in, do you believe that women aren't interested in doing Mary Kay anymore? Like, if you went to seminar, did you see the gazillion new directors that were on stage? And that was for only one of the 4 seminars. Well, each of those new directors had to recruit 24 people. So you can undo that mindset that women don't want to do Mary Kay. And do you feel responsible? Here's another thing you can ask yourself. Do I feel responsible for their success or their lack of success? Well, you aren't responsible for either. You can't make that person study. You can't make her practice. You can't make her make the calls. You can't make her say her affirmations that will step her through her fears. So you're not responsible. She gets the credit for her success, but also if she's not successful, and her definition of success might be different than yours. Her definition of success could be getting $50 a month profit, so keep that in mind. But if she's not meeting her goals, not your goals, but her goals, that's not about you. So you don't have to feel responsible for a person's success or non-success. It's up to her. You're just responsible for introducing the opportunities that lie within the Mary Kay business and letting her decide. I also know that it doesn't happen as simply as you tell her all these wonderful things and then she decides to do it or not, because I'm jumping around, but so I'm going to have to go back to this part, because sometimes what you are doing is helping her work through a fear. And so when she gives you an objection, you just don't need to panic and think about what you should be saying. It should be like she's your closest girlfriend and she has an issue and she's sharing it with you. And when you can listen to her, you will actually speak more from the heart and she will sense it, and it will be less pressure on you. Going back to not being responsible for success or non-respect success, people who really want this business figure it out how to get it, with or without you. Now, there are a ton of resources and training and support, but there have been people who did it without any of it. Anne Newberry is an example. She blows my mind. Her wisdom, which, by the way, came as a result of she lived in Massachusetts area because her husband got transferred, and Mary Kay had sent her a note about, we're looking to you to help us build our company in the New England area and Canada. And she actually had this purpose in mind, that she was helping to build Mary Kay, the company. And she didn't have a director or anything by her. Like, I was way needy. Like, I would have needed but she had no director or anything. And she just kept at it, because when you keep at it, you fine tune your own mistakes. You start figuring out, oh, when I word it like this works better. Or when I say this, like, they go flying, they go, running away. So you have to learn or fail forward to success, as Mary Kay said. The business isn't easy, but neither is life. I'm trying to give you things I'm trying to address every possible mindset. So we think, I used to think like, I don't want to bring people into this business because, they're going to face rejection and growing pains and all of this. Well, we still life isn't easy, but we still celebrate when new babies come into the world, knowing that they're gonna have their hardships and heartbreaks too, right? Because why? Because life has so many joys and love, and so does this business. And um, okay. so so even with disappointments that they're going to face, the satisfaction of the growth and them breaking through and doing things they could never thought that they could accomplish. Um, oh my gosh, what a gift you're giving her. And the memories, the discoveries, the friendships, things, things that are beyond what we can at every given moment where we are in our business can't imagine, because it's such an open-ended opportunity. You know, talk about having a vision. When I was little, I wanted to be a stewardess, as they called it then. Now it would be a flight attendant. But here's the reason why I wanted to be a stewardess, because I had this burning desire to travel. It never occurred to me that I can do a work that I found that like I loved doing, that used my talents and earn money to do my travel. And it never occurred to me that I can earn free trips either. No, I was brought up to have vision, little vision. So if I was not in Mary Kay, if somebody did not introduce me in Mary Kay, and by the way, she's passed away now, but she, had so much fear and trepidation, and thank you, Jesus, that she followed up, and she followed up, and she came over, gave me a 4-hour career chat. That was a mistake there because I was overwhelmed with detail. They don't need to have a lot of detail. They need to know just what they need to know. But when I couldn't decide, she brought me to a guest event. And then the guest event tipped me a little in the right direction. And then I still had to think about it. But then the follow up of the director was what was allowed me to say, I'm going to give it a try. And so I'm grateful to that person, because I don't know what I would be doing right now. And these are the things you need to remember when you're team building. You don't know where she's going to take this opportunity or what this opportunity is going to do for her. And it's not your responsibility to do anything more than to support her, encourage her, connect her with your director so she's got the training to give her the training. And so the pressure's not all on you at all, although you're a big part of her encouragement and her cheerleading, team. But, maybe another mindset issue is you had a bad experience. Maybe a person that was close to you quit and it broke your heart or whatever. But now that you had this bad experience, or that kind of hurt your heart, now nobody else is allowed to join your team because you had the bad experience with one person, and now all these other people who could be blessed by it aren't allowed. Isn't there some saying that where like the difference, like with a cat will sit on one hot tin and then not sit on, wait, I'm butchering that saying, but if somebody knows what I'm talking about, let me know, because it's a perfect analogy. Anyway, so when you only say they can get their products at 50%, without exposing them to the infinite possibilities of personal growth and self-confidence and amazing sisterhood, or you're thinking, it's about the prize you're going to get and all of that, that is good. But sometimes it's not enough. Just look at the prizes as a reflection of the service. Because when I let you listen to Mary Kay's letter, you're going to see that's all Mary Kay focused on was the women that team leader served, the women that team leader helped on those 5 women's journey to success. So start with, this is going to be the homework, but I'm not done. Start with taking a moment, not now, but when you have a quiet moment, that you can identify those rogue thoughts that you're not even aware of going through your mind that cause you to be shy of team building. And then write a turnaround statement, write an affirmation that counteracts that false belief. The homework is going to be, but I'm not done yet. The homework is going to be, just to let you know, to identify 3 of those limiting thoughts, because we all have at least 3. And sometimes you counteract them. And like I said, in a bad moment of life, they come back and you forget to counteract them again, and you have to do it again. So remember, women want what Mary Kay offers. Women are willing and capable, and I'm even giving you some suggestions. Women are willing and capable of being successful entrepreneurs. Women are willing and capable of breaking through their fears and their limiting beliefs. You all are. We all believe in you. You guys are doing it. You guys are doing it. Why wouldn't someone else do it? This opportunity appealed to you. You're on this class, the 4th one in. There's something about it. Also, the same goes for other women. So this business has an unbelievable support system at her disposal that she could choose to take advantage of. Women with no post-high school education can make more money than doctors, lawyers, Indian chiefs, and we're all going to tell, and are going to tell is that they can get their Mary Kay at 50% discount. Don't do that. Don't cheat them. And don't focus on what you're thinking they're going to think, because you're serving a purpose. If you were a nonprofit organization, you would be team building more because of the bigger purpose. And your bigger purpose is leadership skills and your family, as well as helping other people. Mary Kay would say that how Mary Kay would phrase it is that we make a 50% profit, not discount, and that it could change their life, fill a need, and give them choices. That's because she saw this business as the most incredible opportunity for women. She had unwavering belief in the potential of women. We need to develop that unwavering belief in women's potentials. And she, think about it. This was her business, her company that she started with her name on it. She could have been self-conscious and said, oh, people are going to think that I'm just saying this because I want my self-interests. They could be saying that, and she wasn't self-conscious about that because as Waverly, nobody knows her last name, I don't think. We just know her as Waverly. One thing she said was, head down, blinders on. I love that. Blinders on. Don't be thinking about what this person could be thinking or this. The blinders are, how does this serve women? And when it also serves you and your family, that's healthy, because when it serves you, you're becoming a better person who could have a higher, more impactful impact on other women as you are growing in your leadership skills, in your confidence, and you are accomplishing things that you didn't think could happen, is what makes you be able to breathe belief into the next person who doesn't think it could happen for her, but because of your personal experience that it happened, you can breathe that belief into her. We need affirmations to negate to counteract the limiting beliefs about team building, and not to be afraid to exposing them to growing pains, because you also, if you're afraid of exposing them to growing pains, you're also keeping them from experiencing some mountain peak moments. So there was I got off track with I guess I memorized more than I thought. So we're going to do that. All right, let's see this. I want to just give you a little technique because all this mindset comes first. But the more your belief systems are adjusted, the more your team building is going to become and feel more natural to you. Women are hottest to recruit within 24 to 48 hours of the exchanging the product, whether that's a facial, a party, a reorder, an on-the-go appointment. And don't ask them to do Mary Kay. They don't know what they're saying yes to. They need a lot more information. It'd be like, a guy sending, saying, will you marry me? And you don't know anything about him. So that's kind of what you're asking those women is like, will you marry me? Because they're going to be committing to something, or so they think. So don't ask them to do Mary Kay. Ask them to get the facts so they can decide if it's for them or not. That is the baby step you need to take. It's like when a woman has an objection or a concern, slow down your brain. Don't let it go like, oh my gosh, what am I going to say to this? See, we know this. I know this personally because I lived it. And so I know when a person was stating an objection, I was like, my brain was speeding up. Oh my God, what am I going to say to this? So slow down your brain and listen to her like you're listening to a girlfriend. You might have to help her work through her concerns, fitting it into a busy life, her fear of failure, her lack of confidence. And you don't even have to do all that. You can connect her to your director so that you can listen and learn. And if you've done your own career chats, or sometimes you come across that opportunity and you just gotta share that time, you're gonna know to share about the benefits, the potential benefits that she has, and the awesome support and sisterhood and training and encouragement that is available to her, and how she's going to grow in leadership and confidence from this. And then whatever she says and whatever you say, you call your director right afterwards while it's all fresh in your mind. That's how I became a master recruiter, because I called my director after every interview I had that didn't go the way I wanted it to go. So, but let me tell her, at the end of a facial, I mean, really, my strongest teammates came from my customers, especially ones that I had done a facial or a party with, because they saw what I do to make money. And if they do a facial or a party, it's going to set them up to do the business that brings them the most money with the least effort, as opposed to having a catalog business or just a reorder business, right? Doesn't mean you overlook those people, but your strongest people are going to come from people that were facialed by you. And you, at the end, after she's decided what she wants to get, and you took her form of payment, or she decided not to get anything, and after you have set the date for her follow-up facial, which I do before I even go into having her invite people, I get that date set. Your director might do that differently, because I know there's two different ways of doing that. And then I say to them, I know you might think I'm a crazy person, but I think you'd be so great at doing this. And no pause. Now, I like to give them a compliment. I might and connect it to why that would make them good in Mary Kay. So it's like, I think you'd be so great at this. You're so gracious. I felt so comfortable and affirmed by you that is what's going to make you a magnet for customers, for example. And if you can't think on your feet like that yet, or you're building your confidence, you could just say, I think you might think I'm a crazy person, but I think you'd be so great at Mary Kay. No pause. So I was wondering if there is any reason why we couldn't chat for 20 minutes so that I can tell you about how our business works and you could decide, and then you could tell me what you think. That is such a gentle approach. And it's could be a chicken approach too, which I do use chicken approaches proudly. And you're going to get one of three responses. Sometimes she's going to say, okay. And then you're like, your jaw drops. And you have to bring it back up. And you set up 20 minutes, a 20-minute chat with your director, or she'll tell you her system. Response B might be, I'm not a salesperson, or I don't have time, or I don't know anybody. Whatever any of those things are, to objection, not to the opportunity, but to hearing the facts. Whatever, if they have an objection to hearing the facts, whatever it is, you could say, that's okay. I'm not asking you to do Mary Kay. I'm just asking you to get the facts so you can make an informed decision. Will you be quiet? If she says no after that, you say, that's fine. I value you as a customer. And then you keep her close to your hip, because sometimes, in giving her good customer service, like Linda taught last week, because then you don't know down the road that she will become a teammate. And response C is going to be no. And then you say, that's no problem. Thank you for being straight with me, But if life changes or you get curious, please come to me and I'll just give you the information with no strings attached. So I hope that gives you a little how to, but I am hoping this, I'm not going to read the whole letter from Mary Kay, but I just want you to hear, okay, look at that time, Audrey. 2 minutes to go, right? This is a director who's been around for a long time. Her name is Christy Anderson. And she at one point did $1,750,000. I was like, so she's talking about when she became a team leader and Mary Kay would send this letter and personally sign it. So I hope you can hear this. Turn your volumes up. Let's see. Oh, where'd it go? Okay. Can you hear it? Go like this or no?
One step away from VIP status. If you have your official red jacket, you can now wear the beautiful TLC patch, which came with this jacket. You got the patch, but you couldn't sew it on until then.
Like echoing.
Here enough to help at least 5 other people on their journey to success. TLC means tender loving care.
Okay. It was all about focus. Mary Kay's focus was, I don't know how well you were able to hear this or not, but I could actually post the recording on the, I don't know if I could actually.
Yeah, you can. Yeah, we can upload it. We can upload it. Yeah.
Right. The point that I wanted you to hear was in Mary Kay's letter to team leaders while she was active was all about the service. And the team leaders, it goes on to tell her what her responsibilities were of encouraging the person and so on. So if you focus on identifying limiting mindsets and counteracting them, team building is going to be a much more natural, joy-filled thing to you because it's going to give you purpose. You're going to be focused on the purpose and not the prize. I'm done.
Michele, shut up. That was amazing. I'm so glad I had this recorded. Seriously.
Thank you.
People want to share.
It's 7:45, right on the money.
It's not about, I don't even care. We went to 8:45.
Okay.
I want people to, hold on. Okay.
All right.
I know Bethany wants to say something.
Yes, Michele. Hi.
Hi, Bethany.
I'm so sorry. I am not on camera right now.
It's
This
all
is our
right. It's all
re-entry
right.
day, and yeah, it's a lot. But I am so glad that I'm on here. I am definitely going to be rewatching. Michelle, I've been in Mary Kay 15 years, and I have never heard team building presented the way that you have. Um, it was just fantastic, absolutely fantastic. And I don't know anyone who could listen to this and not be inspired about our opportunity and inspired to share what we have, because it's not about self. You've just taken like the self and the self promotion right out of it, and you've made it and called us back to what Mary Kay designed this company to be, about others and about enriching other people's lives and giving other people hope. So I am so inspired, and I can't thank you enough. You are so well prepared for this, and you have so much wisdom, and you really made a difference tonight. Thank you so
Good,
much.
good, good, good. And I have to thank Stacy James on a call recently, who really talked about that and kind of like reminded me of things. And I was like, this is great, just in time for team building. So I just didn't talk about technique, because technique's not enough. It's going to pull you right back. Yeah.
Yeah. I want to have Trish Digan. I'm going to mute you. Yes, I see her chomping at the bit. So let me unmute you. Yeah. I know
don't see it.
She wants to say something. Trish, I unmuted you.
Oh, you did it. You did it to me. I'm playing with it. You're playing with it. No, Michelle, seriously, like I always said, of all the teachers that I've, witnessed myself in my 17 years of Mary Kay now, third time round. Michelle, you just have is this impeccable way of bringing a subject to the basic form of relatability and genuineness that I think is so incredibly attractive. And that's why you've been, I think you've been so incredibly successful in your career. Proud to have you as my senior. And it, I really think that we all have to be reminded of this. We're in our own little heads all the time about every little thing, whatever that thing might be, and having these refreshing, honed thoughts of what Mary Kay, inspired people to join her is just so important. And our mind is everything, and so I'm so excited. I'm like, I'm so excited again. So that's such a great thing. So thank you, Michelle. You're always an impeccable teacher.
Thank you. And I'm just a reminder to keep it on the bigger purpose will help us all.
Yes. Amen.
So,
amen.
Yes.
I want to see, I know that Ashley is on here. Where are you, Ashley? Because I want directors to speak. Where's Ashley?
I'm here. Oh my gosh.
Wait, where are you?
How's Alabama?
Where's your face? Wait, where's your face? Is your face?
I'm here. I promise. I'm here.
Okay.
Hold on.
All right.
I'm here.
All right, talk.
Okay, so I wrote down, when we're sharing the opportunity, there's so many things. And Michelle, y'all can hear me, right? We offer choices and opportunities that women want and need to improve the quality of their life. Y'all, that you need to write that down. I know I kind of mushed two things that Michelle said together, but that is something that we need to be sharing at like every single appointment. And Mary Kay is a magnet for women who want more.
Yes.
We need to share that.
We're all here. We all want more. Right.
And we attract women of excellence. Like this is a company for women of excellence, women who don't want to settle for this. And I love, Michelle, that you talked about, Mary Kay Ash didn't talk about get your product at a 50% discount. That is like the worst case scenario. Don't even talk about it until it's like the very end. But Mary Kay had a vision, bring people with you. And you just said everything so perfectly. I can't wait to go back and re-listen to this. So Audrey, thank you so much for recording.
Yes.
This was so good. So many nuggets. I think there's like pages of notes that we can all take. Thank you, Michelle. You're absolutely amazing. And thank you for your longevity in this company too. You make a difference.
Oh, thank you, Ashley. So see, we need to hear that. We need to hear it from each other. So
yes, we do.
Yes.
We do.
Mm-hmm.
Ashley, nice earrings. Thanks. I'm glad you
had. Yeah, I was thinking that too.
I love it. All right, I get to do my thing for Michelle. You guys, listen. What I heard from her, and I love this. I'm a little like black and white, but what she said, The business isn't easy. Neither is life.
Right.
And people keep having babies and keep having children, and they
And
know
celebrating it.
and celebrating it. And life is not easy.
Right.
We keep having kids.
Right.
And that one thing hit me, Michele. I'm like, no, Mary Kay is not easy. It's not easy. It's simple.
Right.
It's simple when we keep it simple. And I think what you did tonight was you broke it down to keep it simple. And you broke it down as to what is our purpose for sharing this opportunity. It's not about the discount. I know some of my people were like, well, Audrey, I'm like, listen, when you're in the last day of the month of finishing DIQ, I understand that. We have to do something
Right.
to get people through it, right? But when you're looking at the long haul, your future, this business works. And if you guys, if you're in my unit, and now you know Michele, we've been in 30 years. We don't have a bunch of 50% discounters in our unit. We have sellers. We're sellers, right? We recruit who we are like. So if you want to have great people on your team, you become great and recruit those great people, right, Michele?
Right. Right. Exactly.
Right. And you're right, Michele. It's not about the prize or the position.
Right.
It's the people,
right.
Right? The people.
And the person that you become allows you to impact more people at a higher level.
Amen.
And when you push through things, sometimes that's why on the last day of a deadline, we are, but that push through expands. It's just not your regular norm or, but yeah.
And Michele, I loved how you broke down the commission structure and really people are in business and they're making 10, 15% profit. I watch Shark Tank every night. Every night, me and Rob watch Shark Tank every night. And I watch these people and God bless them. And I'm like, nobody has what we have already set before us. They don't.
Right.
And our marketing plan, no one can touch it.
And we don't have to worry about advertising or keeping up with the competition or, the lookbooks or.
Oh my God. And the social media aspect, which I know we're going to get into that like in our next training, but you guys just follow someone that you think is really cool and do what they do. Be a copycat. Just copycat the right person, for crying out loud. Figure out Instagram. Sorry, I'm getting on tangent. Michele, I want to thank you for speaking.
Thank you.
And teaching really what the heart of our company is and being the Mary Kay that we need to hear tonight on the last day of the month in July. You are Mary Kay to me. I'm so grateful that God brought us together. You guys, cool, fun story. So Michele's new husband, because her first husband unfortunately passed away, her new husband is my brother-in-law's childhood best friend.
Best friend.
That's Bethany's dad.
Yes.
His dad. His childhood best friend is Michele's husband.
Yes. So that's what helped me know. Like those were signs from God that
totally.
Yes.
Totally
that made me feel like I didn't, he wasn't a crazy person.
We were in a conversation. We were talking about things a few years ago, and she's like, wait. And we put the dots together, and I'm like, OMG, that's so weird. That's
I said, is Ruby your sister?
Ruby
that's what I said. Yes.
And my sister's in heaven. But that's how God works, right? And so I pray that what you heard tonight gave you connection to get the message, to understand it's not about you. It's not about you. But whose life are you touching? Stop thinking about you. And I know we're talking about goals and finishing the month strong and, being on target. I'll tell you right now, I would not miss being on target for that watch. I know I'm just going to say it, because if you don't do it and you go to seminar next year, you're gonna be like, why on earth did I not just put that dumb order in? I know I could sell it in 2 weeks or a week. You can. I sold $500 when I was away in Dallas. But here's what happens. When you do that, God works all things together for good. I'm just going to say that. And to have Michele on here tonight on the last day of the month, talk about recruiting and team building. If that does not set you up for success for the next month and the seminar year, go back, watch this recording, and know you're in the right place at the right time, and know that your heart is right. But who is God leading you to share this opportunity? Who is God leading you to talk to about this opportunity, and not about 50% discount, but 50% profit and a change of life in their life. So Michele, I thank you so much. An amazing job. We love you so much. Everybody was so touched by this. I pray you guys are. So what's the extra credit, Michele?
Identify 3 limiting mindsets. Like, there's several ideas I gave in the training, and then create a turnaround statement. It's kind of like an affirmation, like, and I gave several of those in there too. But if you create those 3 and they post it, we'll share, and that would be the homework because if you identify your limiting mindsets and you start being like recording over and over and over saying the opposite, you will correct your mindset problem issue.
Love it. The mindset situation. No problem.
Yes.
Situation. I
Yes.
love it. Let's give Michele a round of applause, you guys. A great job
Can
tonight.
you remind everybody to hop on direct your Zoom or my Zoom?
You got your
my
Zoom
people.
with your meeting that's going on right now at 8 o'clock in 3 minutes. We did ours already, so get on that. And I'll see you guys next Monday. I'm going to upload this, if not tonight, tomorrow morning, guys. God bless. And when you do that homework, 500 points towards your points. Love you guys. Have a great night, guys. Thank you again, Michele.
Good night.
Bye, everybody.
Take care.